What is up YouTube, and welcome to this The Boys video, or in this case The Women, as we will be discussing the newest cast member to The Boys Season 2, Stormfront. She is every bit the brash and in-your-face and incredibly inappropriate character that is welcomed possibly only on this show, as unapologetically violent it is. There will be spoilers for the comics and possibly the show as well, so please do be warned if you don't want to have any spoilers. Now in Season 2, Stormfront is introduced as a replacement for Translucent. Of course, Translucent was a member of the Seven that was killed in the preceding season. Little is known about her in the show just yet, but we know she's from Portland and has a huge following online, as 1.2 million people were actually watching her Instagram live, announcing her joining the Seven, much to Homeland and Queen Maev's shock. She was also appointed by Stan, the head of Vought, much to Homelander's anger. She's very much, so far as it seems, the female counterpart to Homelander in the psychotic levels at least, and the power levels, considering that she is almost impervious as well, and she is racist as well towards the super terrorist, which implies some sort of backstory and horrible ideology. However, the comic character is very different, mainly only the fact that he is a dude as opposed to being a female as in the TV show, and actually a secret Nazi, which I expect something will come out of this later in the season. Now, Stormfront debuted in issue 7 of The Boys, but his first major arc only started in issue 31, as previously he had no dialogue, and issue 31 was actually the time when him and other members of his super team, backed by Vought, who are called Payback, actually try and go and take out the boys. Stormfront was born during the height of the Nazis in Germany, and his mother was actually injected with Compound V when she was pregnant. This is highly important, as Stan actually mentioned Vaught's real history of experimenting on people in concentration camps, and also name-dropping Soldier Boy as one of the perceived earliest superheroes there were. A clear setup for Stormfront's real identity being revealed, and I expect the similar to actually occur here. However, Stormfront was actually the first superhero, so there is some changes to history here. Now, Stormfront grew up as part of the Hitler Youth and was later sent on missions for the Nazis as a super soldier. However, he was actually ordered to be killed by Adolf Hitler, as he was seen as an abomination by the Fuhrer himself. But the first superhero here to ever be created was just way too powerful and interesting to be left. So the creator of Compound V and other scientists actually sent him to live in America, where he secretly joined Vought American and the team Payback. We have already seen one member of Payback in the show, and that is Eagle the Archer, who is currently mind-controlling the Deep with Fresca, or at least that's what I think at least. Also on the team was Soldier Boy, who Stan, like I said, this season was the first superhero, and he will be debuting in Season 3 as well, with one of the actors from Supernatural taking up that role. Now in the comics, Stormfront has powers of energy manipulation looking like lightning, much like the television version, and had a backstory of being reborn as a Viking, hiding his secret Nazi history. This may explain why Stormfront has joined the team, and the key information about Vaught's real past and Compound V experiments and honing the formula that way were actually mentioned by Stan. That is, setting us up for what is to come. Stormfront was a majorly controlling villain who was racist and viewed non-Aryans as actually inferior, and was a company enforcer for Vought while performing superhero tasks. He was also an absolute psycho, giving Homelander a run for his money in the psychotic stakes there. Stormfront and Payback were actually sent to take out the boys by Vought Corporation, as the Seven and the boys had at this point had a ceasefire. Stormfront went to take out Kimiko, known as the female here in the comics, but she managed to rip out part of his eye, and this is particularly distressing to him because one of his fears is actually going blind. All of this was done to get the boys out of hiding so the rest of Payback can actually kill them, but Payback was actually taken out one by one with the boys taking them out, with Stormfront being the last one himself. Stormfront was actually killed with an assist from a Russian superhero yet to be introduced, which was called Love Sausage, who's a powerful, well, yeah, you can guess what his actual power is there. I'm not going to say any more lest I get my ad revenue taken away. Hey, I can't get too R-rated because I've got a kid to pay for and YouTube loves to demonetize. After the character was killed, it's revealed that Vought uses the DNA of old heroes and recycles it. Stormfront's DNA was used to create Homelander, meaning that he is a partial clone, and would explain the pair's similarities and psychotic nature of Homelander, at least in the first season, and from what we've seen so far in Season 2. The pair are destined to face off against one another, and clearly has a secret history and racist tendencies already, with the name drop of Soldier Boy and the time between World War II and now. Then Stormfront could actually have had or been in multiple teams. After defecting to the United States, I'd presume it was some sort of Operation Paperclip deal, trying to get hold of that tasty Compound V. Now, the showrunner has said that they want to explore the white nationalism topic, as this is clear with Homelander having his own 9/11 moment, with using foreign terrorists as a scapegoat for almost every problem in America, or at least using it as a basis to get even more power. I'm looking at you, George Bush Jr. Well, what would happen next would probably be that good old Homelander may have to fight Stormfront and actually would become a legit hero, at least in the eyes of the boys, perhaps. But time will only tell where this goes. But I think they are blending the storylines here of having Stormfront introduced and having that history, and also facing off against the boys. So we may see that fight between the female and, of course, Stormfront, because, yes, Stormfront did kill the females. We did get the former CIA agent ask the Butcher just if he had ever heard of a hero called Liberty. So that is there. That could be an insight into perhaps this might be that character. Liberty could be one of the characters or one of the personas that Stormfront has used so far. So that'd be interesting nonetheless. But that is it for this video. So please do drop a like down below. Please do subscribe with notifications on. And I will see you soon. And goodbye.